So we are glad to be hosting Mrs. Laurence Tubiana, the climate champion from France for the UNFCCC Global Climate Action Agenda. She's also the founder of the Institute for Sustainable Development and International Relations, IDDRI. I will let Her Excellence share with us her long-term vision of emission reduction pathways for governments. Mrs. Laurence, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be with so many friends in the room at the table and see that wonderful organization of this conference, again with an organization that are really dear to my heart, in particular, if I can say so, SDSN, led by Jeff Sachs, and I think it was a great thing to have sustainable development and climate all together. That, of course, Jeff, incredible leadership, and Paul and of course Akima, you see us every day together as champions, and I'm very happy to see Paul and Charles Wilkin, the ambassador from ICLEI, because ICLEI, local government, made Paris possible. Again, I have to tell you that. Well, big week, huh? And in a way, as I said to some of you already, it's a test of the truth and resilience of Paris Agreement we will face. And in a way, in something, it's good to have it now. It's to check if we are ready, if we don't change the direction, if we stick to the engagement, the commitments we took in Paris, we share the same vision of the future, and we just continue going. And that's really what this conference is about. How we don't lose the sense of the direction, at the contrary, we feel it, whatever happens. It's not a matter of politics, it's a matter of vision of the future, where, and it was the beauty of the Paris philosophy, it's not one country, it's not even many countries, it's not a small club, it's a movement. And the movement is wide, deep, diverse, and has capacity to advance every time. So that's the sense of this conference. It's a long-term vision with a clear sense of direction, supported by many actors and organizations. So what I feel since Paris is that really the great dynamic of climate action is growing strong. Of course, the efforts we made with Akima the whole 2 weeks is really to take stock of where do we stand, what is the gap still, how we can close it, which is really, and don't to, of course, it's not because we are strong together that we should be complacent, we are lagging. There is, of course, as Akima said, a gap we have to close. 2020 is coming fast, and NDCs that are on the table are not enough to bridge the gap we have if we want to stay well below 2 degrees C, and of course, even more for 1.5. We have all the questions that will be set in this conference, the finance, the innovative solutions, but at the same time, the policy framework we have to put in place. So our responsibility as champion is to make the link between the real economy, the real world, and the COP process. And political leaders from all around the world should hear and be inspired by the solution at our reach. We expect them to say that they stand by the agreement, ready to implement accelerated action, because that's the message of Marrakesh. We have to accelerate action. Okay, we ratified, it's entering into force on the November 4th. Now we have to accelerate action, because again, we are lagging behind. Paris Agreement was a turning point in political action on climate change. The implication for the global economy and businesses everywhere that expected. I remember, I don't want it to be too long, but many businesses 2 years before Paris were saying, we will never have an agreement, and maybe we don't need it. And after 2 years of intensive work together, from New York to whatever places we met and worked, meaning that we need a common framework to add a clear signal. Paris is giving it. It meets the main expectation of many business leaders, of many local governments, setting an ambitious long-term goal, acknowledging the importance of economic incentive. So we have at least the big features of the framework. Now we have, of course, to go to the details. So the major issue, of course, to go to resilient and zero carbon economies quickly is the fact that we will have to alter business model deeply and potentially eliminate some business models that are no more adequate to what we are looking for. And deeply transforming the value chain is certainly a main issue. And really, I recognize the effort that Paulman is doing from now many years, saying it's through the value chain that we can bring the transformation, and that, of course, a message that is getting through with the WBCSD he is leading. So this thinking differently the value chain is really a big, big element. On the business mobilization, we saw an unprecedented mobilization. That's really very strong. Number of investors and businesses have paved the way. They transform already their business model, or they begin to just to think about that. More than 2,000 companies and above around 500 investors have registered their commitment on the NASCA platform, and of course we encourage everyone to go there. 70 new members. We had now 185 companies that have joined the Science Based Target initiative, which really is to commit to align their goals of emission reduction with the necessary level of decarbonization to be consistent with well below 2 degrees C. And we have a number of signatories of the Statement of Fiduciary Duty and Climate Change Disclosure, increasing from 142 to 188 since December 2015. So it's big, it's big. And we know there are many elements in the FSB, the Task Force of Bloomberg, rating agencies, private banks sending new message. That's good. But we need to accelerate action much more. And we have to go from strategies, vision, commitments to real implementation, which will require both insight and data and robust data. Business and investors will have to come and report on their achievement since the commitment made in Paris. Therefore, preparing long-term strategy is crucial, as well as being able to demonstrate how to respond to the challenge. I say that because we put enormous attention together with Akima on the transparency. We need to check where we are going, just to give confidence, both for other actors and to the government. So the other element, I think, because we need to close this gap, is about innovation. And innovation, we start mission innovation in Paris, 20 countries. We want this to see implemented. We have this breakthrough energy coalition. Again, I hope they will come with project now. But we had this deep decarbonization development pathways that SDSN together with IDDRI launched 3 years ago now. And I think now this effort from research team is now getting into the government area, where we launch together with Akima on the 17th of November an initiative to gather cities, regions, state, businesses, and governments to think about and prepare and present before 2018 their mid-century decarbonization strategy. I recognize as well the WBCSD and CTPI process, which really it was a response to our quest from the French presidency to say, if business want to come on and to be recognized, they have to present change and innovation that are, again, consistent with the global goal. At that moment, we had below 2 degrees C. Now we have 1.5, so it's even a bigger challenge for this very important initiative where technology innovation has to go with organizational innovation and changing of business model along the value chain. So I think we have all the framework. Now is the moment of implementing, accelerating, and communicating on the good news we can get. Thank you.